Hey, this is Carson here with Checks Fans, and in today's video, we're gonna be talking about Flarespace and Vanspeed Capsules, kind of the uses for them, give you guys some tips and tricks and things we've learned over the years installing these, and kind of show you how to finish them out on the inside and hopefully save yourself a little bit of money. So what is a flare or a capsule? And there's two companies that make these. I'm sure you've seen them online. One is Flarespace. They're kind of the first to market for this accessory. And then we now have Vanspeed Capsules as well. Here we've installed both of them throughout the years. They're both great. What they do is they essentially extend the width of your van on the interior, giving you a little bit larger of a bed area. So if you're a taller person, these can really be beneficial to getting those extra inches for your head and feet to fit properly inside of the van. Like I said, there's two companies that make these. These right here in front of me are by Van Capsule, or Vanspeed Capsules is what they're called. So we're not really going to be talking about installing these to the actual van. We have a separate video for that, so we'll link that in the description below. But today we're going to be on the interior, showing you how to frame those out and hopefully save yourself a little bit of money. Right here in front of me, you'll notice the finished product. This is what it looks like when it's complete. People always wonder, how you finish these off. So there's a couple options on the market. This is the Vanspeed capsule in front of me. They sell pre-finished trim rings that you can purchase from them, but they are about $1,800. So they're definitely very expensive. Flarespace, on the other hand, theirs are about half the price, coming in around $800. You can buy their fiberglass trim ring, fabric, foam them, however you want to, and then install them pretty easily. Here, we like to do it ourselves in-house. It's not too difficult of a process. And today we'll be kind of walking you through the different steps and how you can get to this finished product. So let's hop over to a flare that has just been installed and there's no framing around it yet. And we'll kind of walk you through, give you some tips and tricks on how to come to this final product if you want to save the money. Here we have a Vanspeed capsule. This is in a different build and this is at the very beginning stages. So I'm kind of gonna walk you through the process here. Essentially what we wanna do is we wanna create a window frame around this. You'll notice that all of the corners here, they've got some circular curves to them. So you essentially wanna build a square frame out of this. You just wanna build your framing in a little bit. And what I mean by that is I'll actually start with two vertical beams here that come down and I squeeze them in a little bit to cut off this curve. I'll do a horizontal at the top and then a horizontal at the bottom. And that's essentially our framing. And then we come in after the fact and we install, some scribed walls here that'll come up, finish off real nicely. So let's walk over to the workbench now and I'll show you the frames that we build. Here is the beginning stages of our window framing. Essentially, I just used 3/4 inch plywood here, cut some vertical strips and then a couple horizontals, just make them all the same size so they're nice and easy to square up. Do some pocket holes here at the top one. I get that attached with wood glue as well. And then the bottom beam, I don't put this in quite yet because I want to be able to get these three pieces installed in the van, make sure everything's nice and square. And then I come in and I can adjust the height of this. And essentially I'm just matching it up with the actual flare itself so that I can create a nice window sill there. So let's bring this into the van. We'll get it attached and then attach that bottom piece. Here I am, I'm just test fitting this, making sure I don't have to adjust anything and I have the width proper. So we look pretty good here on width. And essentially I just want this sidewall to match up with that flare right here so that my board can sit against there and have a lot of support. I'm noticing right here on this upper corner, I'm gonna have to take this off right where you see this line just because of the curvature of the van itself. And then down here at the bottom, I'm just gonna remove a little bit, make it easier to fit in here. So let me grab my jigsaw, I'll cut that off and then we'll test fit it again. All right, so this fits nicely now. I'm gonna grab some adhesive and also use some self-tapping screws. Always like to do two types of fasteners just because, again, the vans vibrate. You're driving down the road, you don't want anything to fall off. So always use a little bit of adhesive and a fastener on top of it. So I have some adhesive now in the corners, and I've got some self-tapping screws. This is kind of a stage where things are a little weird. You kind of just have to eyeball it, to be honest with you. Essentially what I look at is I look at this actual window that's installed into the capsule, and I just want to make sure that when we put in that framing, the actual frame itself is pretty square and in line all the way around to that window. Now, a little bit of a tip here is we're gonna do some insert panels, and oftentimes if that angle is off a little bit down the road, you can always shim it out. So it's not that big of a deal. So just try to eyeball it best you can, and then you can always fix it later down the road. So here we are now. We're gonna install this bottom support beam. This is essentially for that windowsill to sit on top of. So here's a very important thing you need to think of, and it's how tall your mattress is gonna be, the height of your bed boxes. And the reason that you need to think about that is these flares or capsules are supposed to increase the width there in your bedroom. So you wanna line up your windowsill with essentially the top of your mattress so that your pillow can actually sit in there, or your feet can actually sit in there. So what I do here is I set this to the side. I grab whatever my bed panel thickness is going to be. And then right here by our frame, I go ahead and take our tape measure. And I know that because I've already done the other side, I need to come up 4 7/8 of an inch. So I'm gonna measure 4 7/8 of an inch. I'm gonna come over here. And now that I have those two marks, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this beam, line it up right there, line it up on this side. And I take a look here, and I'm looking at this interior ring of the actual capsule because it's got a fiberglass lip on it. So if I need to remove any material so that this windowsill sits nice and flat, I can do that at this stage. It looks like our support beam here is actually resting above it, which is not an issue. I can create a little bit of a spacer back there to make sure that this windowsill sits nice and flat or level with the actual mattress. Okay, so this right here is gonna be our support beam for our windowsill. And if you notice on the inside here, we've got the sheet metal of the van, and then we have this fiberglass lip that's actually the van capsule. Essentially, you don't want this to be taller than your windowsill. Otherwise, your windowsill would be slanted up like that, and it wouldn't be very comfortable for anyone. So you wanna get this windowsill as level as possible. And if you need to remove that fiberglass, it's very easy to get in there with a multi-tool and just take that down. In our case right now, our height is looking pretty good. I'm just gonna have to create some sort of spacer back there to build up that windowsill to create it so that it's level and it works perfectly with your pillows and is in line with your mattress. So now that I know we're good, I'm gonna get some wood glue, put some screws in here, and we'll get this attached. Now we have that bottom support beam in there and at the right height. What I want to do now is put in some self-tappers in the bottom of the vertical uprights. One thing I like to do before I do this is I kind of just grab my square here. I take a look at all my corners, make sure that anything's, not super out of whack here. It looks like we're actually really square right now. We won't really have to shim any of the inserts, which is a good thing. So now that we have this installed, we're gonna jump over to that other build now and kind of show you the next steps there and how you start to actually build out the walls. Here we are. You'll notice that this is a little further along in the build process, but we have our frame right here that you saw in the other van. And now we have these actual walls built out. So we like to build everything a little bit stronger and durable here. We just do 1/2 inch for the windowsills. So how do you attach this 1/2 inch, wall or windowsill? What we like to do is, I showed you on the back there in the other van, there's that fiberglass lip. I like to use the Flex 221. It's a very strong adhesive. I put a fat bead all the way across there on that fiberglass. I bring in our 1/2 inch panel. I set it on that. I put some wood glue here underneath the front on this wood. And then we just take some brad nails and we brad nail it right into this 3/4 inch support beam running through here. So that's how we attach these. They end up being super strong. I mean, they're not going anywhere. They're resting on that fiberglass. And then, the walls, same deal, and the ceiling as well, same process. Ends up being super strong and sturdy. And then we come in and we put those 1/4 inch inserts on top of this. We now cut 1/4 inch inserts. These are getting 1/4 inch foam on top of them and also fabric. So these will sit in here. I scribe these really nicely so they sit nice and flush. And the nice thing that we do is on this back wall here, that's got foam and fabric on top of it as well. So you don't have to be too precise in your scribing, because as long as these panels get pushed into that foam, it kind of eats up any gaps that you might see. So just a little tip and a trick there, something that you might want to do. Now, if you want to save some time and some money, you could just go ahead and foam and fabric these 1/2 inch windowsills here and just scribe them a little bit better than I did. But like I said, we're building these for customers. Things happen, spills can happen. And if these fabric panels were ever to get damaged, we just brad nail these in. So they're super easy to pop out, and we can just recreate and remake another insert in case the customer damages one or something gets spilled on it. So I have this bottom insert in here now. I like to get the bottom one in there first. I just grab some brad nails, tack that into place. Take my upper, fit that one up there. And again, I cut these, you know, about a 1/16 of an inch short on each side. That's for the fabric because we wrap that around. So you're gonna want a little bit of a gap on each side of these. Get these tacked up into place here. And now you can go ahead and do your 2 sides. The top and the bottom are typically pretty straight. You don't have to do too much scribing on them. On the side, however, you do have a curve to deal with. So just take your time. The nice thing about doing it out of the 1/4 inch is if you mess up, it's not very expensive if you need to do another one. So same thing here. You'll notice that I've got about a 1/16 of a gap here at the bottom and top. Again, that's so that the fabric can wrap around, and then that foam will actually eat up any of the gaps there. So I have these panels cut. I want to put them into place before I router out this hole in our actual wall panel. Just take a couple of brad nails and I tack these into place. Okay, so I have these tacked into place, and now it's time to actually, you know, put this wall panel up, and we can router out the hole here for our window. The reason that you need to put these inserts in if you're using inserts is if we look over here at this window, if I wasn't to put those inserts in when I router out this hole of this wall panel, it would be sitting a 1/4 inch down. That router bit would be running on our frame, not our inserts. So you want to brad nail them into place, and that's going to give you the right height here for our actual wall panel. So we'll show you some footage now of us putting up our wall panel and routering that out and what that looks like. So here we are, we have our 1/4 inch wall panel now. It's just tacked up into place with a few brad nails. I'm now gonna router out our hole for our flare. I inserted those 1/4 inch panels and just tacked them down into place. That's gonna give me the right width and height here. So when we go back and put this over, you know, it covers up those edges. So I'm just gonna do a drill bit right in here so I can get the router bit started. And I'm just gonna push on this panel a little bit to help seat it properly around that window frame. And then I'm gonna go ahead, router out this square. A little tip here is if you keep your window open on the outside, you can kind of look in through the window, make sure that your board is seated properly so that that router bit rides along that frame and cuts you out a perfect hole. Just like that, we have routed out that window. Now I'm gonna vacuum all of these shavings out of here and just confirm that I didn't miss or misrouter any of these pieces. Make sure it's nice and square. And then we go ahead and we take all of these panels out. We're gonna foam them, so foam on top and then fabric over that. And then we'll reassemble this. We're now at the stage where our 1/4 inch inserts have been foamed and fabricked. So we're gonna go ahead and install these now. One thing to keep in mind is it's good to label all of them, just so once you foam and fabric them, you know exactly where they go. And then I typically also write, you know, outside of van versus inside of the van, so I know the correct orientation so that I don't get it mixed up. So we'll start here with the bottom. And this is also a good thing to do, is put these in before your wall panel goes in.
because it just allows you to confirm that you took off enough width of the panel when you wrap that fabric around, that it's actually going to sit nice and flush with your frame there, so that it doesn't cause any issues when you go to attach that wall. So again, we just brad nail these in, and the reason being is, like I said earlier, if a panel gets damaged or gets a spill on it, something like that, we have the ability to quickly pull that off and it's not adhered down or screwed into place. I like to push these two into that wall because that wall has a little bit of foam on it, so when you push it in, it kind of eats up any gaps that are back there. Okay, so now that those inserts are installed inside of the window frame and all of them look nice and flush to our actual frame itself, the next step is we bring in that fabric and foam wall panel with the hole routed out of it. Just go ahead and install that. We do use some adhesive here on our supports as well as the brad nails. So install that and then your flare is done. It's ready to get used, and as you can see here as well, our mattress lined up perfectly here with our flare, so pretty easy process.
That's it for today's video. Hope we were able to teach you some tips and tricks on how to frame out these capsules or flare spaces. Like always, if there's any questions, please leave them in the comments below and we'll reach out to you. Like, comment, subscribe, it really helps us out. Thanks for watching. See you next time.